Hello, everyone. We hope you're staying safe with your family during this crazy time in quarantine. I'm Travis McCurdy, and I know all of us Timberwolves fans are waiting to hear how our coaches and our teams are doing because we miss seeing them so much. So, over the next 2 days, we'll be interviewing all of our coaches. Today, we're starting with our women's head coach, Jeff Curtis. Coach Curtis, how are you today?
Well, T Mac, I'm doing well. Yeah, just the daily grind here. I feel like it's Groundhog's Day, and we're another day, another routine, getting the kids started with their schoolwork, and the treat to actually be able to sit here and talk to you this morning. So I welcome that, and looking forward to our conversation.
How have you and your family been going through this? I know it's obviously a huge change for all of us.
It is the biggest challenge that we've had is both Ellen and I are working still, and with that becomes phone calls and video conferences and some other work that's going on. Ellen's job is it hasn't changed at all. She just doesn't physically go into her office, so she's really busy. The kids all have their schoolwork, which is mandatory now, so they're on their Chromebooks and getting their assignments and doing their Zoom interviews with their teachers. And getting all that organized with three kids can be a little bit of a challenge in the morning, but they're adapting really well. And it's a tough time, and these are certainly changes. And with that change, it's a little bit of trial and error. So we're getting it figured out, but it's definitely not boring. I will say that most people that I've talked to are, oh, I'm so bored. We are not bored here, so we're definitely keeping busy.
Anything around the house project wise that maybe you haven't been able to get to that now that you're home all the time you've been able to work on?
Yeah, I have with our recent bipolar weather that we have currently snowing outside, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, when it was nice out, I was able to go through and do some landscaping things that I wanted to get done. That was really about it. The other things are going to involve getting some actual materials and things, and just haven't really wanted to leave the house. So some of those are still looming in the distance here, and they'll get done at some point. But yeah, not a ton of home projects. More of it for me has been professional development and watching some videos online. A lot of resources and coaches have put things out in the last 2 to 3 weeks. It's been really neat to see a lot of really good content and just having conversations with other coaches. And it's been really nice to be able to just pick up the phone and call somebody because we all have the time to do that now. And I think I've been more connected or reconnected with some colleagues and coaches and friends. It's been really nice.
Now I know you've been in contact with your team. Your team did a great video on Twitter yesterday that came out that was really great. How often have you guys been talking, and what's really been the point of these discussions?
We've had a couple different group video meetings, just kind of going through some things. Just more important, the biggest thing is just checking with them to make sure that they're doing okay and they're staying healthy and that their family is. Outside of that, just making sure that they're adjusted to the online learning. Most of them seem to be doing really well with that. A couple of well, I should say a couple. The last video conference we did with the team was more of a scavenger hunt. It was kind of neat, fun thing to do, just to take their minds off all this, just for a few minutes, and for them to have a chance to actually see face to face their teammates. I think that's a really big thing. So we did all of our postseason individual meetings via FaceTime or Zoom, and that was different. It was really different. And to me, those face to face meetings are a really big deal. Obviously, we can't meet face to face, so that was the next best thing. But going through all those with our staff and making sure that the players get some feedback from the season, that was a priority for us. And outside of that, it's just been checking in with them, and we try to make some phone calls here and there, and try to touch base on a weekly clip, whether it's myself or one of my assistants making the phone calls, and just make sure that everybody's on the same page.
And it's such a strange time for no matter what, but you guys had that great finish to last year, really feeling like you're building something going into the offseason. And does this change much of how you're going to approach next year? Have you thought about, because you don't have all these postseason workouts, I mean, does that change how you might approach the preseason next year?
I don't know how that's going to look. I mean, this is such a work in progress. Yeah, I was really looking forward to getting on the floor with our team again, and we had some great momentum coming off the season. And I don't think that momentum changes necessarily right now, but the ball is more in their court. I feel like it's more We've hit the summer portion of things where we can't do workouts with them. They're on their own. We expect them to do the weightlifting and those types of things. And right now, the biggest challenge is getting into a gymnasium to get any type of shots up. Probably not going to happen. So if you don't have access to an outdoor court, you're really out of luck. And then the weight room, same thing. So we've been giving them as much body weight training things as we can and kind of laying out some of those types of things. But hopefully in the next month or two here, things get back to some form of normalcy where we can give them a workout that involves a basketball and getting into a gym and have them be able to go and do that.
And obviously, with recruiting and how this is going, I mean, that changes a lot too. How are you approaching recruiting right now?
Well, obviously the phone is the best thing we can do. We had actually had a home visit set up with one of the players that we're recruiting for the 2021 class. And so that's going to look a lot different now. We've actually gone through and done a PowerPoint presentation and clipped in some video with that. And we're going to sit with that particular family this week and go over everything that we would on a home visit, but we're just going to do it via a video conference. So it's just different. I think we have to get creative and we have to be able to adapt to the situation and continue to do our jobs. So that's one, I guess, creative thing that we're going to try to tackle this week as a staff. And outside of that, it's nothing changes outside of the physical being in the gymnasium watching the players play. It's more of a staying in contact with them, whether it's phone, video, or text messages and things of that nature.
Well, Coach, I mean, it's crazy times. It's great to talk to you. Glad you're well, and looking forward to getting back out there and seeing you guys soon.
Yeah, hopefully it's sooner than later. Great to see you as well. Hope you have a great day.